sound. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. We're going to be dealing with another interesting topic here, titled, Unstable Are Modern Women. Let's just face it, man. Modern women are unstable. They're unstable in all their ways. They're emotional. They don't know where they're going. They're out of their minds. And it's a sad thing because they claim to be the most educated. They claim to have the most success. They claim and believe that they're the prize. But for whatever reason, it seems like they got all of the emotional problems. They're under a lot of stress. They're going through a lot of issues. They're unstable. They can never get themselves together. They can't figure it out. With all the education they have, they just really can't figure out their life. And it's unfortunate because these are the pool of women that you brothers are in a position to have to deal with. I mean, how could you as a man take a woman to make her your wife, right? Bear children with, and you got to deal with this type of nonsense. You got to deal with women that they're literally out of their minds. They don't have no direction whatsoever. It's a sad day, literally, to be alive in this day as a man. It's really bad. It's really bad for a lot of you brothers. You haven't really understood the magnitude of the problem. This issue of modern women being unstable is a pandemic. It really is an issue that's going on. And because of most of these women not, I guess, dealing with this issue or acknowledging the fact that they have mental issues, they have a lot of emotional problems, brokenness, a lot of baggage, hurts, and pains, because these women don't open up and be honest, right? They continue to act as if though everything's okay. They try to talk themselves into believing that nothing is wrong. They try to act like, they're normal, like they're just like every other girl. And no, it's not the case. These women are broken. They're unstable, brothers. When you get with them, all you're going to see is the outer appearance. The inside of these women are dark. And it goes back to everything I talk about. It goes back to all of their previous relationships. The fact that most of these men have destroyed their software, destroyed their computer. And because of this, these women walk around broken. They walk around hurt. They're unable to pair bond. They're unfit to raise children. They're unfit to bear children. In most cases, if you were to get them pregnant, they'll become more stressed out even more. It's just an overall bad time, because when I think about how unstable modern women are today, it puts me in a position where it's like, is it really even worth it? It's like when you see a modern woman and you're walking down the street and you see the woman there, she could look good and all, but it's like, it's a waste of time to even talk to this broad, because she's unstable. It's like you could just look at a modern woman and just know, yeah, she got issues, man. Let me just leave her alone, man. I can't deal with this type of nonsense. And this is another reason why a lot of women will never have a good man. Because as a brother of truth, as a good man, as a brother who is on point, we have our antennas up, and we could literally look at a woman and find interest in a woman. But when a woman is unstable and she just don't know where she's at, and it's like she just can't see, like she don't realize like the success, everything that she needs is right in her face, right? But she refused to accept it. She refused to submit to it. She don't want to deal with it. Instead, she want to walk down a path of misery. And when a good brother noticed that, enough is enough. Like, there's only but so much time and chances that one can give someone before they realize, like, look, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to you as a woman dealing with a man, if you can't recognize when a man is interested in you and you don't understand the signs of when a man is literally saying, look, are we going to get this thing going forward, or are you going to continue to play games? Because, like, you already done know what it is. Like, what really is your issue? Like, what the hell is going on in your mind? And I have come to the conclusion that modern women is literally just unstable. They're just not fit to be in a relationship with anybody, even with themselves. And it's a serious problem that I believe that in most cases will never be fixed. I believe that once a woman gets to the point where she's like literally damaged goods, there's no return for her. Because no amount of therapy is going to pretty much repair a woman's spirit after it been totally damaged and she refused to gravitate towards a man that is trying to help her. It's like seeing someone drowning. You see a modern woman in the water drowning. She's clearly drowning. She see you there with the life jacket. She see you there with the boat, but she's not even asking you for help because she want to be independent. That's the world we live in right now. We live in a world right now where modern women have gotten to the point where they don't believe they need a man. And it's so sad because they're trying to do everything by themselves. They want to get careers. They want to get education. They want to get jobs. You have a man right before you trying to be the man. And instead of you saying, you know what, let me fall back. Let me embrace this. Let me learn. No, instead you want to be a man. Instead you want to provide. Instead you want to do this and you want to do that. And this is the modern woman. She's unstable. She don't know where she's at. One minute she want to be a career woman. Next minute she want to be a mom. You can't have both of these things. It's either one or the other. As a modern woman, you weren't created to be a career woman. You were created to be a wife, a mother, and a caregiver. That's what you were here for. You're here to be a wife, to serve your husband, to cater to him, to encourage him. That is where you truly see your power and value. But when you're out here trying to be a man, when you're out here trying to be a provider, when you're out here wasting time, going to college, going in debt, a pool of debt, trying to better yourself, not realizing that the system is rigged. The system is rigged against women because when you think about it, the majority of modern women are in debt. A lot of debt. And it's because of them being unstable, And it's really, really sad. And we're going to have a lot more content dealing with this type of issue, man, because it's mental illness. At the end of the day, the instability of women is mental illness. It's a problem that was developed over time due to the amount of men that had access to her body. And a lot of women just don't want to deal with that truth. Rarely do you see a woman come in the comment section and be like, you know what, Ringo, I've been watching your videos and you're right. You're right. I dealt with so-and-so and so amount of guys, and I really feel that I'm dealing with a lot of mental illness right now. I don't ever see women admitting this stuff. It's like they act like it's not real. They act like it's not there. And that's the typical mindset of an unstable woman. She act as if though her problem don't exist. Right? And it's sad because a lot of these women are growing old and they don't realize that. You know, ladies, let me make it very clear to you. You're growing old. And once you get to a certain age, no man is literally going to want to commit himself to you in terms of him being your husband. At that point, you're just going to be some woman a man are just used for sex. And there's really no other way I can put it. I am not suggesting that that's what men do to you, but let's just keep it 1,000. When you reach a certain age and a man realizes that you really don't have no potential to be a wife, you don't got no more years in the bank, you're not youthful anymore, you don't have that hot body anymore, you can't even have children, and even if you did, you won't be a good mother. So it's like when a man look at you and he realizes that there really is nothing about you that is worth investing in. The only thing you can do for him at that point is just pleasure him. And it's sad because that's pretty much what the majority of modern women are doing today. All they're doing is just being in relationships where men are just using them sexually. And this is the reason why the majority of them have all of these problems. This is the reason why you're unstable right now. Moving forward, we're going to deal with this same woman from yesterday where she pretty much ended a great relationship with a man that did absolutely nothing wrong. She believed that the universe told her to get rid of the man. So we're going to go take a listen to her and see exactly what she's talking about again because, you know, this is just crazy, man. But let's get into this thing real quick. Y'all tighten up y'all seatbelts. Let's go on this journey, shall we? Let's go.
I think I understand why this is so baffling to a lot of you. Here's something you should know about me. I am constantly changing. I live in a constant state of discomfort. I am always I've been on a journey of self-love and learning to love myself for
She says she's in a constant state of discomfort. Keep that in mind, people. Keep that in mind.
quite some time, and that requires me to change into a different person all the fucking time.
A different person all the time? You know, this is one of the reasons why I say unstable are modern women, because they're constantly changing into different personalities every single day. And this is the kind of headache that we got to deal with, brothers. Let's go.
Well, in all my past relationships, I've kind of like out.
In all her past relationships. Which again goes into the teachings where I talk about how body count matters and how the modern woman had so many relationships and absolutely no success. None. All of these guys had access to these women. Listen, brothers, in all seriousness, all jokes, no sound effects, I am telling you, this is a bad day to be alive. When it comes to relationships, man, it is literally a waste of damn time trying to talk to a modern woman. And that's real talk. Because these modern women, they don't get it. They don't know their way. They don't even understand what it means to be a woman. They're too busy trying to be men. It's crazy out here. You know how difficult it is, brothers, to get connected to a woman in today's day for a purpose in terms of building a family? Do you understand that the modern woman think like a man? I don't know if any of you noticed this, but I'm going to share this right here by talking about it. Now, I don't agree with anything that Kevin Samuels says. I personally don't like the guy. I think he's a damn idiot. And I really believe so because he's not really here to help any of you ladies. Because if you understand his content and the things that he talks about in terms of dating and how men are just out here because they just want to do whatever they got to do with you, and it seemed as if though marriage is not really that important, but he give the illusion of, do you want a high value man? And, you know, are you ready to be a wife? And have you been trained to be a wife? When the truth is, the majority of all the men that follow men like Kevin Samuels are only interested in banging our women and leaving them. That's pretty much what they're into. But one thing that Kevin Samuels says to a lot of women when they're on his broadcast, if I may bring that up, is he normally would ask them this particular question. He would ask them something along the lines of, how many children do you want, right? And these women would normally give a number of how many children they want. They'll be like, well, I only want one child, or I just want two. And to the modern woman, let me make something very clear to you. It is not for you to decide how many children you want. It is up to the man. This proves that you are unstable. Because when a man asks you how many children you want, as a woman, you're supposed to say, well, that's up to my husband. Because you know what that means? When you say it's up to your husband, what you're basically saying at that point is you're going to submit to your man, and it's up to how many children he wants you to have because you're willing to have his children. But when you say you only want one child because you want to pursue a career, or you only want two children because you want to be able to travel and do X, Y, and Z, that type of talk is that of what a man would say. A man would say something like that. No woman in her rightful place supposed to be saying how many children she wants if she's going to be a wife to a man. How dare you even utter those words? Because when you become a wife to a man, you're there to serve him and his purpose by bringing forth his seed, something you modern women don't understand. See, if you understood the fundamentals of farming, growing fruits, vegetation, and so forth, you would understand that every fruit has a seed, and you have to plant the seed to make more. But the modern women don't understand purpose. She think it's all about her. She don't understand that her womb is a ground for a man to plant his seed, and you as a woman are to bring forth life for that man so that his seed spreads in the earth. So if you have a good man, in order for you to create good people, because if your man is a good man and he's righteous and he's blessed, then what better way to bring forth more of that kind of man in the world than to have him as your husband? Now, when you have children, the babies are blessed because they came from his seed. So if you have 4 children by a man who is righteous and blessed, that means all the children are blessed. So it's not for you to say you only want one. That's out of line. And that's just a clear red flag that you are unstable in all your ways. And if you're a brother and you hear a woman tell you that she only want to have one child because of X, Y, and Z, that's a woman who think like a man, and she is literally unstable. Let's go.
Grown my significant other, and in this relationship we had a foundation of growth, trust, communication.
We're going to start it back from the top.
Love, and I think I understand why this is so baffling to a lot of you. Here's something you should know about me. I am constantly changing. I live in a constant state of discomfort. I am always I've been on a journey of self-love and learning to love myself for quite some time, and that requires me to change into a different person all the fucking time. Well, in all my past relationships, I've kind of like outgrown my significant other, and in this relationship, we had a foundation of growth, trust, communication, love, and we really served we really served each other up until a certain point where we started to grow into 2 different people that are not compatible with each other. We had to be fucking adults and realize and see the reality in the situation that, like, oh my God, I accept you for you and he accepts me for me, and I'm never gonna be who he needs me to be, and he's never gonna be who I need him to be. So we just have to like say thank you and I love you and I appreciate you being who you were in my life, and now we can release each other to create space for someone who can love us how we need to be loved. And it just is what it is.
Do you see this madness, people? And you brothers are wondering why, when you deal with a modern woman, you got all these problems. Did you hear that mess just now? Let's break this thing down piece by piece so that we could pretty much understand this thing. Let's go.
Understand why this is so baffling to a lot of you. Here's something you should know about me. I am constantly changing.
She's constantly changing. This is an example of the modern woman. She's constantly changing. You're trying to get to know her, she changes into a whole different woman the next day. Then you try to get to know that woman that day, and the next day she changes into another woman. And then when you think you know her, now she becomes another woman. So really, you never get to know this woman. That's crazy.
I live in a constant state of discomfort.
She lives in a constant state of discomfort. She said a constant state of discomfort. So this woman is not at peace at all. At all. It's just problems and dysfunction all damn day. Who want to sign up for that mess? And see, this is a problem because a lot of times you brothers, you see women and all you think about is sex. And you think if I could just get this woman, I'll be having sex all day. Brothers, you got to look at how a woman's personality is. You know, if not, you're going to be dealing with a whole hell of hot water, man. Because if you're having sex with a woman and she's mentally sick like this, she's going to make your life a living hell because now all of them emotional demons and all her problems that she don't want to resolve, mind you. It's one thing if a woman have some sort of issues and she's getting some sort of therapy from a qualified person that can actually walk her through and help her. It's one thing to have that type of situation and you're working your way through difficulty than dealing with a woman who is in total denial about her problems. She don't want to admit that she has serious issues. Instead, she hides behind smiles and hide behind other things to make herself feel like the problem just don't exist. That type of woman's going to cause you a lot of problems, and you really don't need that. Let's go.
I am always I've been on a journey of self-love and learning to love myself for quite.
You know, when people talk about learning to love themselves, that's a red flag. Because it's selfish to literally sit there trying to love yourself. We understand you have to love yourself, right? But if you're on a journey trying to figure out how to do this, you got serious issues. I mean, you would think in order to love yourself, it means to just take care of yourself. I mean, if you love yourself, you would take a shower, right? You know, if you love yourself, if you went to the bathroom and did a number 2, surely you're not just going to wipe your behind with toilet tissue, right? Because, you know, a lot of you folks out there in YouTube land, you'll go to the bathroom, do a number 2, and you get toilet tissue, and you'll wipe your behind with that, and you'll just pull your drawers up and act like it's all good. You really don't love yourself. And see, if you're a woman and you do that, you're dirty. I'm just telling you. Like, you're dirty. You know, you're supposed to have a little care package with you, some soap, some water, some baby wipes, something so that you can clean up yourself properly because, you know, you can wipe your behind with toilet tissue, right? But, you know, this is what I want you to do since you're so clean as a woman. Once you go to the bathroom, you do the number 2 and you wipe your behind with some toilet tissue and you think you're clean, right? Take your hand and pass it by your behind and then smell your hand. Smell your hand. Let's see how clean you are. You're nasty. And I can't deal with no broad that's nasty like that. If you're not going to clean your damn behind, woman, and I'm talking about clean it out, I can't deal with you. I can't deal with a filthy woman, you see? And it's all dysfunction. And this is a serious problem. Let's listen to some more. Let's go.
Some time, and that requires me to change into a different person all the fucking time.
Dealing with a woman that changes all the time is a headache. I mean, imagine just being with a woman who's constantly evolving and changing, and that's not what I'm signing up for. I didn't sign up for that, lady. I want to get to know you, not you and 50 other women. And this is why it's so difficult to make a woman happy, because every day she become a different woman. You brothers, you got to peep the game. You are trying to make a woman happy when really you can't do that, brothers. There's no way to make a woman happy, because women have so many different emotional problems and issues. They change every day. This is why you can't figure them out. Just when you think you got to know a woman, she turned into another woman. You know what I'm saying? That's why they get different hairstyles and different texture hair every damn day. That's why today you see them brunette, and then they are blonde. Then they wearing fox locks. Then they do the big chop. And then right after they take off their hair, they put on a wig. Now that's mental illness. How are you going to cut off your natural hair that was long only to take a wig and put it on your head? That's a problem, but this is what we got to deal with. Let's go.
Well, in all my past relationships,
In all her past relationships? How many damn relationships this woman had? And why is she not a wife yet? This is craziness, man. This is crazy. Let me see what she said on the screen. She said, what serves us last year no longer serves us this year. Really? So this is why you're single and can't find a man. Because you want a man to serve you pretty much last year, but now all of a sudden he ain't nothing to you this year. Have another comment there. It says, I think that she doesn't understand the concept of making space. We are supposed to let go of things that no longer serve us. I'm so confused. See, both of them damn confused. The woman who's talking is confused, and the woman who made the comment is confused. This is crazy.
I'm like outgrown my significant other, and
She says she outgrown her significant other. Really? This is crazy. Do you see the arrogance in this woman? She says she outgrown her significant other to say that she's far superior than him. This is the modern woman for you. You can't make this stuff up, people. Can't make it up. She says she outgrown her significant other. In what way? You're still single. You still don't got a man. You're still alone. And your dog died. This is crazy. Let's go.
in this relationship, we had a foundation of growth, trust,
So in that relationship, you had a foundation of growth, trust, all that wonderful stuff, right? Let's see what else.
communication, love,
Communication and love.
and we really served a good, like, we really served each other up
So you served each other, right? Everything was good, right? But let's see what happened.
until a certain point where
Up until a certain point. Wow. Wow. So it's up until a certain point. And see, this is the modern day woman in today's day, brothers, that you got to deal with. This is what you got to deal with. She jumped from relationship to relationship to relationship. It looks like it's going good until she get tired of you. It's really not your fault, brothers. You didn't really do nothing wrong. The modern woman is just incapable of being a wife. You could see the hurt and the pain in her eyes. She's lost. Look at her eyes. She is clearly out of her mind. Let's go.
we started to grow into two different people that are
What are you? Oh, no. She's saying we both started to grow into two different people. No, it was you who said you change every day. It was you who said you had to become a different person every minute. It wasn't that the guy drifted off and changed into a different person. No, you transformed into the Credible Hulk. You're David Banner. You know? Well, let's go.
not compatible with each other.
Now all of a sudden you're not compatible? This is dysfunction. This is what I call an unstable woman. In the beginning, everything was lovey-dovey. They were going to the park. They were having ice cream cone. They was laying on the grass. They went to church. They paid their tithes and their offerings to a pulpit pimping preacher. And now all of a sudden, they're unequally yoked and drift apart. Now they're not compatible now. Which one is it? You can't make this up, people. You really can't.
We had to be fucking adults and realize.
No, you're not adults. Now you had to become adults? Become adults for what?
And see the reality in the situation.
To see the reality, you should have saw the reality that you have issues. You have issues, woman. You're the one with the issues. You see? You're the one who had many relationships, remember? How many past relationships did you have? You're the problem, woman. Not those men. You're the one who said you gave up a perfectly healthy relationship. You're the one that's crazy.
That like, oh my God, I accept you for you and he accepts me for me. And I'm never going to be who he needs me to be. And he's never going to be who I need him to be.
You are out of your mind. This is what you brothers got to deal with in these streets. These modern women don't know what they got to do. I tell you, man, listen, brothers, when I tell you, man, I'm a whole different type of person, man, when it comes to these type of women, man. It's like, it's a waste of time. It is the most, listen, I am completely turned off when I see women that don't understand or get it, man. It should not have to be this difficult to talk to a woman, get to know a woman, and build some sort of relationship, man. This type of dysfunction is a cancer to the community. Let's go.
So we just have to like say thank you and I love you and I appreciate you.
How you love them? How? How do you love these people? And you're gonna break up with them. How is that love?
Being who you were in my life, and now we can release each other to create space for someone who can love us.
That doesn't make no sense. Then what was the point of you getting together? So you just got together to waste each other's time? To make space for someone else who can treat you better? Only to repeat the same process all over again? This is crazy. And these are the kind of women you brothers want to sleep with? There's no pleasure in that. And God forbid you get her pregnant. Gotta deal with this headache for the rest of your damn life.
Need to be loved, and it just is what it is. I think I understand.
Listen, people, man, I am here to tell you the mental illness in the modern woman is very, very real. It's very serious. I know I laugh, I joke around, have a couple of humor moments, but this is a serious issue, man. The modern woman is very unstable. Unstable are modern women. They don't know where they are. They don't know where they're going. They have no clue. They're going to bring you problems. They're going to confuse you, leave you in a state of mind where you're going to feel lost. And like I said, it's a bad time, man. Today is a bad time to be trying to interact with these women because they don't have no concept of relationship. They have no concept of purpose. They don't know what purpose is. They don't realize that their body is not so they can put on the gram for you to drool over and thirst trap. They're supposed to settle down with a man and be a wife and bear children. Modern women don't believe that's their purpose. They believe that their purpose is to be a man. They believe their purpose is to have a career, to travel, to do all of this stuff. A man don't need that in a woman. I mean, what's the point of having you as a wife if you are constantly out there traveling? What's the point of you being a mother if you're never home to take care of the kids? What's the point of me making you a wife to get you pregnant, to have my babies, if you want to be at work all day because you want a career. Your career is taking care of your kids. Your career is taking care of your husband. Your career is cooking and cleaning. Your career is to be an encouragement to your man. Raise your children, be a good mother. But see, the modern woman, she don't want to be a good mother. She don't want to be a wife. She don't want nothing that would put her in a position where she have to serve. She want others to serve her. That's what she wants. Unstable, our modern woman. They're very unstable, brothers. They change every single minute. You won't be able to figure them out. Just when you think you have her figured out and you figure, okay, I understand her mood. I understand her mood swings. I understand when she's happy. I know what makes her happy, sad, X, Y, and Z. And you try to do things for her to make her happy. Do you know that the modern woman, you can try to do something to make a woman happy and she's not happy? She's unstable, man. Unstable. Because she's been hurt so much, man. And there comes a point in you brothers' lives that if you're pursuing a particular woman or you have interest in a sister or whatever the case is, and you find that that sister is just not coming around, the sister's like, she's just lost in the sauce. She don't know where she's at. She's just full of problems. It's just like, I can't really deal with this type of stuff. Just like depart. Like that's the best thing you can do. Like depart and just stay away. And she's going to understand. She's going to understand that she's playing games. She really don't understand that her opportunity is there. And you really don't got no time to be dealing with this type of foolishness, man. A woman is supposed to recognize when a man care about her. A woman is supposed to recognize when a man is trying to lead her and guide her. But today's modern woman is unstable. She don't want leadership. She don't want you to guide her. She don't want you to teach her. She don't want you to do nothing for her. She wants to be known as the one who do it. She's so programmed that she got to do it that she's willing to die alone. Sad situation. You know what I mean? But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get up on out of here, man. Unstable are modern women. It is what it is. So y'all can take care, do what you got to do. Stay out of trouble. If you like my content, make sure you thumbs up the video, people, man. Like, what's going on? Thumb the video up. Let's get it popping. You know what I mean? Let me see what else. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tell all your peeps about the channel. Let them subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to 1 million subscribers by the end of the week. So yeah, subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the work that I do financially, you could do so via Cash App, $Ringo TV Raw, or via PayPal, paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Also follow me on Patreon. Become a Patreon for exclusive content not seen on YouTube at patreon.com/blackmailadvice.tv. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw. That being said, all of you have a blessed day. Take care, and I am out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Blackmail Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100%